All right, you hooligans, welcome back to the channel. Hey, so while I've got the wheels off and I'm doing all this other work, there's an issue with the wire harness in the driver's side door. Been having some issue with the windows not rolling up, not rolling down, just kind of generally acting sketchy. I did a bunch of internet research and it turns out the wire harness in the driver's side door jamb is notorious for having the wires crack and break, and then you lose connection. First symptom, windows don't roll up and down. So while I've got everything apart, I'm gonna go ahead and crack into that wire harness. We'll see how many wires are broken, see what we can do. My guess is we take the plug apart, we'll add a little strain relief to those wires, kind of support them better so that they're not flexing right at the connector. And that should make them last longer. I suspect I'm gonna have to do some soldering because they're crimped terminals, and you know, you can't really uncrimp them very well. So chances are just the wire support crimps, you can get those apart pretty easy. So I'm gonna try that, peel those back, solder the wire down nice, and then crimp it back up tight. Get that wire harness, you know, repaired, and we'll see if it rolls up down the windows. You know, fingers crossed. So again, you know, I appreciate all you guys' support. I appreciate every view that you got. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Let's get to work. All right, guys, there you go. See, here's a prime example. We got one already popped out. And as I was cleaning in here, you probably saw me shooting the brake cleaner in there. There's a bunch more of these that are coming loose. So first things first, we'll depin this. Pretty easy to find the wire maps on the internet. So we'll depin this and then try and reconnect these. And we'll put a little strain relief on there. So that it isn't just this very end of the wire where it goes into the connector that's taking the load. And yeah, we'll get after it. So let's get to work. All right, so here's what we figured out. I re-crimped this one on here and then soldered it, and the amount of heat that's generated in the wire when I do this solder joint is enough that the heat shrink tube that I bought, it shrunk down and it's already all the way attached. Like, there's no moving that. So what I ended up having to do was run to the store, get some more heat shrink tube that'll fit over this connector, but it'll still shrink down enough that it makes a good seal on the insulation here. So what I'm going to end up doing is all these ones that are broken, I'm going to clip them off, re-clamp the connector on the insulation, and then just solder the wires. Careful now. Solder the wires down on the connector, and then I'll put that other insulation, the new heat shrink, over the top, and then basically just add a strain relief to this end of the wire. Give it a little bit more support, make it so that it'll bend somewhere else. So we got a lot of work to do. Let's get to work. All right, you maniacs. So got her back together, got it back in there. You can kind of see it's a little dark, but you can kind of see the strain relief I put on there with the heat shrink tubing. I got to get the little clip put back on here that holds this rubber boot. We'll get that put back together. Then we'll get the fender put back on, get the skirt on, and we'll get this front wheel cleaned up, get this thing all put back together. We'll call it project done for the day. Okay, let's get to work. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I know that wire harness is not exciting stuff. I did it a little bit different than some of the other folks on YouTube have been doing it. Just my way. So I think it'll work fine. I'm happy with the results. All the windows work. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're still trying to get to 100. So share this on your social media if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see, what I can do better. Always looking to try and do the best for you guys. So let's get to work.